Welcome to the SP-808EX eMix Studio. This product offers a new combination of sampling and hard disk recording technology designed for music and post-production. With the SP-808EX, you can record phrases such as drum beats, vocals, instruments, or any kind of sound and rearrange these phrases to make your own music. You can record from any audio source to a pad or track. All the sounds play back directly from the internal zip drive. There's no internal RAM or storage other than the built-in zip disk. Let's try out some pad banks to see what's on the demo disc. You'll want to stop this demo occasionally and play some of the pads. But first, here are the steps. Let's try this together. You can change the banks by pressing the pad bank button, which is to the left of the pads, and then turn the value dial, which is in the center, to determine which of the 64 banks on the disk you want to go to. With 250 megabytes on a disk, you can store a lot of material. As a matter of fact, you can record over an hour in stereo at 44.1 kilohertz on a zip disk. You can have up to 1,024 samples on each disk. Pretty intense, huh? We've organized several banks for you to try out. Each of them is named, so you can decide which one you want to check out on the SP-808EX. Loop samples can be sustained by holding the hold button to free up your hands to play other pads. More samples can be looped by holding down the hold button after pressing the additional pads. There are banks of drum kits, beats, instrument phrases, and vocals for you to play with. We've placed them into specific music styles to get you started. After you're done trying these out, press the play button and come back to the demo. The transport buttons are at the bottom of the SP-808EX, right below the big value dial. The forward arrow is play, and the white square is stop. Press stop now. Welcome back. You have to try out one of the coolest new things when it comes to performance. That's the SP-808EX's dual D-beams. That's that strange-looking set of eyes looking at you at the upper right-hand corner. Notice the flickering light when you move your hands over it. Press the button labeled Pad Trigger next to the D-beams. Now move your hands over the D-beams. Notice that you can trigger two different samples by approaching the D-beams from the right and from the left. The last button is for effects. Press it. Now you can hear an effect on my voice. As you move your hands over the beam, you can change the effects parameters. The SP-808EX offers new effects that are not in the original SP-808, such as guitar multis, vocal multis, mic simulators, a voice transformer, and a vocoder. Go ahead and try one of the 149 preset effects with a pad. Go to Bank 13 and here's some examples of how the effects in the SP-808EX sound. If you want to try them out for yourself, I recommend trying these first. A3, 3H space, which is a model of an old Roland Space Echo. A24, SBF number 3, a great flanger effect. A31, a phaser effect. A41, a simulation of a record. And A80, a filter and isolator effect. You can change the effect by pressing the Effects Info button and turning the value dial. After selecting the effect, press the Enter button to set the effect on. You can change the effect parameters with either the D-beam or the 3 controller knobs. The SP-808EX is a complete sampling workstation. You can even resample your pads or bounce the tracks with effects to a new pad. Check out the resampling examples on Bank 12. Pads 1, 2, and 3 have 3 different samples that we resampled onto Pad 4. On Pad 5, we resampled Pad 4 using the flanger effect and using the D-beam to change the effect parameters. There's no limit to resampling since it all stays in the digital domain. The SP-808EX has lots of effects and you can resample sounds using them to free up the processor. Go to Bank 12 and check out how we mutated the original sample on Pad 1. Then come back to the demo and we'll show you where we hit a virtual analog synth in the SP-808EX. Press stop now. Welcome back. Remember I mentioned a synth? Press the Effects Info button and dial up A63 Synth Beam 2, and then press the Enter button. Make sure the Effects button for the D-beam is on. Now move your hands over the D-beams. You can even sequence this onboard synth by using the step sequencer. Change the effect type to A68 Step Tech 2, and press the Step Mod button, which is in the upper right corner of the value dial. You'll hear a cool synth line being played by the step modulator, which is kind of like a throwback to the old analog sequencers of the good old days. Press Stop now. By now you're probably wondering if it's possible to change the pitch or tempo of a sample to match a song. Absolutely. To hear the SP-808EX's time stretch capability, press the pad bank button and dial up bank number 15. On pad 5, you can hear the original vocal at 97 beats per minute. On pad 7, we sped it up to 110 BPM. On pad 6, we have the slowed version to 88 BPM. For a radical version, check out pad 8, where we sped up the vocal to 120 beats per minute, and it still sounds good. On pad 5, we have the original vocal at its normal pitch. Then we pitched it up 1/2 step on pad 9. It's pitched down 1/2 step on pad 1. Pad 13 is a sample pitched up a whole step. Check these out and then come back for the big finale. Press Stop now.
From falling under, gotta keep my... From falling under, from falling under, from falling under, from falling under, gotta keep my... falling under, from falling under.
Okay, you're back. Remember, the SP-808EX is more than just a cool phrase sampler with effects. You can make entire songs with it. As a matter of fact, you could just plug a microphone into it and record directly to tracks. The SP-808EX is a close relative of Roland's family of VS recorders. Let's load up a song that was done on the SP-808EX and see what it does. Of course, this makes me go away, but that could be a good thing now that you know what you're doing. Follow these steps. Press the Song button at the top of the SP-808EX and highlight Load Song. Press the Enter button and then highlight the song you want. Press the Enter button. The SP-808EX might ask you if you care about saving the current song. Just say no and then load the new song. Enjoy.